This is a certified hood classic.
The individuals depicted have been arrested but not convicted at the time of story postings. This information does not infer or imply guilt of any actions or activity other than their arrest. We make no warranty or guarantee as to the accuracy of this data.
It's not playing. Watch.
Mine not playing either. Jesus Christ, what is happening? What is it? Everybody on holiday, I guess. Nobody wants to work. Nothing wants to work.
StreamYard already taking care of themselves, obviously, a day early. Sweet Tea, by the way, glad you're here. This lady is really giving Sweet Tea the look.
Oh, yeah, she is. She's ready to go.
It's interesting. She's got an interesting face. I don't know if she's really like attractive or if she has a weird face. There's something off.
Yeah, I know exactly what it is. She does not have short hair, but it appears that she has short hair, but she really doesn't. So it's throwing you off. You're not sure what
that might be it. That might be it.
It's kind of like, you know,
the ghost of a million dead turkeys will haunt you.
First appearances today for We Got a Case. Don't forget, We Got a Chase today, Wild Women Wednesday, and still we have more.
Yeah, here we are in Reno. I say Reno.
I'm ready. Oh, it reminds me too. Today is a very significant date. I don't know if you know it or not, but today was the day that the turkey drop happened.
Oh. Will we hear from Les later on?
We can only hope. One can only hope.
Bail hearings. We are only discussing your custody status. We're only figuring out whether or not the bail is already set properly
now,
or whether we need to adjust it. Today is not the day to decide whether or not you're guilty or innocent. I do want to hear from you. If you have questions about something, I'll answer what I can. But remember, all we're talking about today is your bail status. So, Mr. Waters, you understand you're here on a trespassing case?
Yeah, it's ridiculous, honestly. But I was hoping maybe, I know it's a bail thing. I was hoping maybe.
Shit. I don't think he heard. Should we back up what the judge just said, Mr. Champagne?
Look here. It's bullshit. Right off the bat. This is bullshit.
This so stupid, Gianna.
You know, and it's kind of, you know, I go into this whole situation. It's bullshit. If you're going to help somebody, help them. Oh, the king of the segue. You guys, it is Mega Membership Marathon continuing on till Friday. You still have a chance to go ahead and be a part of it. Otherwise, it's going to be a sad, long holiday for some people. Gift those memberships. Make sure you've got them turned on. And for heaven's sakes, remember, it's a creek fight. Oh, we're back. Leather and Lashes, how are you? And there's Creed.
This Creed frame stuff, I'm telling you, it's bullshit.
It's bullshit, dude. I sent Creed a video in another form than the one that we felt like may be inferior for him. And, well, it's made no difference.
Nope. But look at it this way. Get it out of its system now during court, as it has been. By the way, not one Creed frame during slots. And did we have anything during We Got a Chase yesterday? I don't even think so.
I don't believe so. I think we were good. Guys in the truck, were we good during We Got a Chase?
That's what it says, yes, sir.
Okay, that's all I need to know.
And I can show up for your freaking court on this trespassing, sir.
All right. Well, let me hear from the prosecutor. I did set the bail. It looks like $250 bondable.
I just started my job, sir. So
that's a high bond.
It is bondable. So, Ms. Yowell.
So, Your Honor, I did also see that you preliminarily set it at $250 bondable. It looks like he was just released from custody last on October 25th. So there is a history of non-compliance with the law. So the city would recommend the 250 bondable remain. It's only like 15% of that to secure his appearance.
Oh, he's losing his mind, Creed. He's about to burst.
Mr. Puentes.
Thank you, Your Honor. Your Honor, the problem with the low bails, while appreciated, if the person doesn't have cash, a bondsman, I don't know any bondsman in town that'll take a bond on $250. So in theory, yes, you only need 15%, but nobody will take it. They just, I think it's just a nuisance for them, frankly.
That's interesting.
My client's been in since the 16th.
All about the money.
Unfortunately, while the bail appears to be reasonable, Your Honor, he does not have the means to make that bail. We're hopeful that Your Honor will consider a non-recognizant release pending his arraignment, and he would agree to stay out of the Gold Dust West where this incident took place.
Your Honor, for your information, the city would be, it would be unlikely the city would be requesting additional jail time.
I apologize, Kelly. I actually missed you. I was Creed framing at the moment. We got it 5. We got a case. Appreciate that. That's 5 that's joining us at 5:30 East.
Yeah, we got members only tonight on we got a case channel, and join us for that excitement. And it's truly an extravaganza.
So
Heather,
for whatever that's worth your consideration.
All right. Okay, Mr. Waters. So here's my concern. I've got nothing to hide from you. From what I see here, you don't have a place to live. It says here that you're unemployed. You tell me you just started a job. I've got a history of nuisance arrests and failing to handle court matters, and you just got out of jail like 2 weeks ago.
I'm shocked about everything. I think the judge is lying at this point now. This guy seems perfectly fine.
He's good. I was surprised, though, to hear that even though they're saying, oh, we're going to give you a low bond, you'll be able to get out, no problem. And then all of a sudden, the other guy's like, look, man, might as well put it as $1 million because nobody's going to touch 250. Come on. What is that? $35 he's going to have to give a bondsman or something?
I don't think we've ever heard that, but it makes sense. Why would they even
waste their
with
time? Yeah.
Yeah. So when you're going for the low bond, it's almost like you got to pay the whole bond.
Yeah. You better have the monies. Because if you're going to try and go to a bondsman like he obviously would like to, it's not going to happen.
5 the main channel. Thank you.
From the game. Thank you, Triple H.
Thank you.
Well, nope. I'm sorry. I want to give you the benefit of the doubt. Let's say 3 weeks ago.
Okay.
And from what I remember reading in the report, they asked you multiple times to leave the Gold Dust. You'd been there multiple times, been trespassed, and kept coming back. So that is what I'm dealing with, and why I did set a monetary bail instead of simply ORing you, because my worry is you're either going to go back there and cause problems, or you're not going to show up in court.
I will show up for this trespassing, no problem, sir. She just said herself, they're not even going to ask for any more jail time because of that, sir. I have no problem not going back to the Gold Dust West. The only reason I was on that property is because the security.
Don't talk to me about being on the property or not. Don't talk to me about that.
Security pulled him on property.
I thought he was just going to get up and leave. Yeah, the broom or whatever the hell it is.
We've seen him work before, Judge Champagne. The broom is always there, and we think it's because he's just trying to kill bugs on the ceiling.
Yeah, something like that. That and that tiny little microwave we think that he has up on top of the refrigerator. I don't get it.
Convection oven.
Oh, you know what that is?
Air fryer.
Of some type. It could be used as. Mr. Waters, and I understand where you're coming from. But I think that I've got to have something on the line with you, or I think that you're just going to disappear. I'm going to end up having to issue a warrant, and it's going to cost everybody a lot more time, money, and effort than it would be if you're seen on Monday. And I'm sorry to talk about your life it's only until Monday, because I understand it's a couple extra days in jail and it sucks. But hopefully we will be able to resolve this matter on Monday in videos. All right, 250 bondable. Thank you, Mr. Waters.
Well, he ain't moving an inch. Shelly, thank you.
On my bail order.
Not going to budge, bud.
Yeah,
Whoa,
stay-
easy.
Good
Long day
Crazy.
today, Sammy.
All right.
Long
Good
day.
luck, sir.
Everything's
All
good.
right. How about Jason Gonzalez Barrera, 23 CR
Not
143.
happy.
You believe he didn't leave going like this to the judge? I'm kind of surprised.
Hi, Mr. Barrera.
Come on, Mr. Barrera. Bring
You
us back.
understand You're charged with a reckless driving.
Yes, sir.
Okay, I did.
And it
set
looks
bail
small,
on this
doesn't
at
it?
$500. I do remember this case. I did find probable cause on it. I'm sorry. I'm just my pens.
I'm sorry.
My pen is dying on me.
How many pens is he going to go
So
through?
bail's been set at $500. I think I might have set it in cash only. I'm just
I
pulling.
think it's
this.
bondable, Judge.
It is bondable. Okay. So, Ms. Yowell, what would the city like to add, if anything?
Your Honor, I'm just curious. I was looking through the probable cause sheet.
Are you?
Maybe I missed it. I mean, I do understand that it's a reckless driving, and it appears to be aggravated based on the fact that it's alleged that he almost hit someone. But I'm looking at his pretrial risk assessment, and it looks like he's been employed, or he is employed. He's been here for 31 years. I'm unclear as to why he was actually arrested. Did I miss that somewhere?
Me too,
He
Will.
had a suspended sentence out of jurisdiction.
Okay.
And I think that perhaps there's the allegation of some somewhat aggravated behavior was the way I look at it. But then I did read that he has a suspended sentence for 23 CR 04338.
Got it.
And I don't, it's out of jurisdiction, and I don't know what that exactly is.
And Judge, if I may, starting with that point last, that's a Reno Muni Court simple battery. That case, I've confirmed it's closed, Judge. He was revoked back in August. That case is completely closed.
Okay.
Look at
You know,
Roberto.
you say that.
Good job, Roberto.
That up. It's out of jurisdiction because it's closed.
Yeah.
Okay.
You just
I
drive
see
to
what you're
Florida.
He was
Pick it
revoked
up
on
and come
that,
back.
correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay.
Easy.
And Judge,
Like a
he's
30-day sentence or something like that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Based on all of the information, the city would have no objection to an OR release, but the city would request that he be supervised.
I was just going to make that joke, Mayor, because we were talking about the festive turkey loaf. You used to be able to get at Walmart. It comes in a little aluminum pan.
The gravy. Oh, make you
I-
want to slap
it's
your
pretty
mama.
good. I mean, it's terrible processed, and everything, but it is what it is, right? Shelly gifted one over to the main channel. Thank you.
Okay.
The behavior is concerning.
Mr. Puentes, what are your thoughts on that?
Joint recommendation, Your Honor. He works at Chewy's. He's supposed to work this afternoon.
Chewy's?
It's
The
a
Mexican
reckless
restaurant?
driving. He's been in,
That's
this will be
Rod's
his third
brother,
day.
isn't it?
Okay.
ROD's brother?
So, Mr.
Chewy?
Gonzalez Barrera, let me just tell you, I had a lot of heartburn over setting a bail on this. My first inclination
I was
was
gonna say it,
to let you
Chewy's.
out on your own recognizance. But then I see that you had a previous case where you got your suspended sentence revoked. And I do see here that it does seem somewhat aggravated. I mean, there's almost an issue where the police could theoretically have filed some sort of eluding a police officer charge or something like that. So that's why I set the bondable, the bail. If you get out, you're going to jail, you're going to work this afternoon?
Yes, Your Honor. Please.
Okay. How long you been at Chewy's?
I just started started this yesterday.
Have you actually done a shift there yet?
Nah, I did orientation. Supposed to start, because I do night shift. So I just started it. I'm supposed to start today, and then
It's supposed to start today, so you don't necessarily have a job yet.
no, I
Actually been hired there and
No,
gone through the
Chewy's.
orientation
Mexican
process.
restaurant. It's a chain.
started that orientation. It was with Tim Agency. I started today at 3 a.m., 2 p.m. And I was really anxious about, making that because I was, seeing how I can get bail if possible or OR.
Man, I don't want to say he's lying, but
Possible. I wasn't sure it was cash.
You have a driver's license right now?
Yeah, that's it.
Okay.
I was hoping,
That's the
maybe
stuff.
get bail bonds and
thank you
maybe,
guys.
or if possible OR.
Well, it is bondable. It's not a cash only. It's 500 bondable, but
I was really hoping for
you
OR.
know what I'll do? I'll give you a chance. Okay. City's willing to take a risk on you. I will, because you got it. I'm not going to put you under oath and make you swear that you have a job, but I hope that you're not lying to me about it.
Our Chewy shut down.
I'll release you on
Nobody
your
went there.
cognizance. However, you will be supervised under basic.
It's a real
supervision.
restaurant?
You'll check in with the marshals just to let them know who you are, where you're at, how to get a hold of you, all your contact info, and they'll make sure you make it to your next state, okay?
Thank you, Your Honor. Thank you.
All right, so get to work today. Monday, you need to come down in person to the Reno Municipal Court and check in, okay?
Looks like a cool place.
All right, good luck.
Yeah, ours closed down. It had like the pink.
All right, next up is Jason Giocondo, 23 CR 14363.
Quite a name.
I believe he refused, Your Honor.
Oh,
damn.
Refused, so we'll see him Monday.
The most popular time to start a job is when you're in court.
And how about Jason George, 23 CR 14354?
Jason George, he's a scammer I saw in Kitboga. Lisa Loeb. That's a one-hit wonder, right?
She's got a. I mean, she does got that Lisa Loeb look with the
So you're
glasses.
here on a petty larceny out of Winco. I set bail at $500 cash only. Ms. Yowell, what are your thoughts on that bail?
Here are my thoughts, Your Honor. I recognize it's a petty larceny. However, in the pretrial assessment report, it does appear there have been at least 3 failures to appear. So in order to secure his appearance to court, I think the bail needs to remain.
Thank you, Mr.
I love the bar down below.
Thank you,
that
Your Honor.
just showed up out of nowhere.
I discussed the interim bail.
If you take the mouse and you go really fast off the
Make any
screen,
bail, so he's hoping that the court will consider it.
That's right.
Okay. Mr. George, again, all we're talking about here is where you're going to go and whether
Grotto?
we can trust you out of jail. I have here that you're homeless right now. Is that correct? Are you living at the shelter or what?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So
tell me you work at Chewy's.
I know you want to get out of jail, and I'd love to let you out of jail. And it's a petty larceny. You know, a lot of people would say big deal, but I've got 3 failures to appear that are fairly recent. So I am going to hold you in jail. I think the 500 is appropriate based on what I read in the report when I found PC was that this wasn't, hey, I'm stealing a box of power bars because I'm hungry. This was like what they said, like $400 worth of stuff and just walking the cart right out of there is the allegation. So I think it's aggravated, and I think your history is aggravated. So I'm going to keep it at 500.
Never mind, Grotto. I figured it out.
We'll see you soon. We'll probably see you Monday. It may be resolved at that point. Okay.
All right.
All right. Good luck, sir.
You tried to walk out with $400 worth of stuff.
Camacho.
Camacho.
CR 14362. Hello, ma'am.
Hello.
Okay, so let's see here. We got a pending charge, I believe. Hold on just a sec.
1 to twin double D's. 5 for
I
the
did
main
find
channel.
PC on that this morning.
What an amazing gift. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Allegation of an argument between you and your boyfriend.
Uh-oh.
That was alleged to have gone physical. A score of 9. I put a $1,500 bondable. Oh no, I did put cash only. On
Score of
Camacho.
9.
So, Ms. Yowell.
So
Nine's pretty
the
bad.
concern the city has here is that currently defendants on an OR release for domestic battery out of Carson City. Looks like it's set for trial in a few months, but
She likes to
basically
fight.
it's going trial supervision for something else. It does appear to be a different victim. However, the behavior is still violent.
She's
This
just beating
case
up everybody.
Violent. Someone in the back.
Did you hear
among
something?
other things. So the city's requesting the bail remain. I get that the score isn't like the highest ever, but it is in the higher category. So based on the danger to the community, the city requests the bail remain where it's at.
Faithfully lurking. I love it.
Fuentes.
Thank you, Your Honor. She's only booked on our case for your information, so she's not booked on the Carson case that was mentioned. Your Honor, she's been working at Taco Bell about 3
I
months.
got that one time from a red box.
2 months pregnant. She does have a place to reside separate and apart from the alleged victim in this case. She's not able to make the $1,500 cash only. She called her boss at Taco Bell, letting them know that she's in custody and hopefully to save her job. We're hopeful that you'll consider an non-recognizance release with any conditions to include a no contact order.
All right, so Ms. Camacho, I don't want to hear
Yo
about
quiero
the facts
Taco
of the
Bell.
case. I don't want to hear you're wrong or he's wrong or any of that kind of stuff. I'll tell you
She has
again. I'm
corrective
not trying
lenses.
to hide my thinking. What I look at here is somebody a danger to the community, or are they a danger not to show up for court? And the first thing that I see here is that you do score fairly high on what they call our risk assessment. You score a 9. But when I read through that, I thought there was a couple points that I thought were a little.
Beans and rice.
Yeah, they gave you 2 points for no place to live, and 1 point for no landline. So I thought there was a couple 3 points.
What?
There, but
No.
Having a landline, he did just say that, right? For having a landline,
1 point for not having a landline. So 3 points altogether are just from her being homeless, I guess, and one for not having a landline of all things.
Wow.
A landline. I don't have a landline in my place. That's 1 point against me right there.
Yeah, look at that. My criminal they just went up.
I was thinking 0.
points,
No,
man.
I'm already at 1.
So we've heard that before. I got to give the judge credit though, because we've learned a little bit about the point system before. Remember, because didn't have an address. Remember, although they were living somewhere, I don't remember exactly, but it's pretty interesting. No, I think it's just I think it's the amount of ways you can contact somebody. I think would be the biggest reason, because I mean that's just
I guess
another
too, if
way.
you have a landline, you're established in a location. Perhaps, I don't know. Yeah, her eyebrows are definitely there, and she's very expressive with her eyebrows. And somebody said she had a wonky eye. Yeah, that's why she's got those big ass glasses. Yeah, that's fine. I can overlook that. She put her glasses on. Yeah,
absolutely. But the way that she's doing, like you were making, fun of, because she's doing like these really like cute poses and stuff. It's
yeah. I
like,
thought she was flirting with the first guy. I really did.
Maybe she wants the judge,
and she's got that one tussle of hair that hangs down like that. That's kind of sexy.
Has anybody seen a ring on the judge by any chance? I mean, a guy with a tiny microwave on top of a refrigerator like screams single to me. But
well, Creed, I hate to say this, but a guy with a glass door to his office where his computer is screams, "I live by myself too. When I need private time, it doesn't matter that I have a glass door."
That's a good point.
First line I read here is that you're out right now on a domestic battery charge out of Carson, and you pick up a new domestic battery charge. That's the most troublesome, worrisome thing for me. These domestic battery charges can blow up into very, very, very dangerous situations. People get their emotions completely involved with their family, with their loved ones, and people get seriously hurt or killed. And I think that you might be in a really bad spot right now. Having these 2 open cases, I can't in good conscience just let you out of jail for free. What I will do in recognition of the fact that you've got a job, I will change.
I'm going to change one thing. I know not every woman's flirting. I get that, Sammy. I get that. Are you any relation to Heather? Heather Hansen? Stan Hansen? Bob Hansen? Well. Creed's flirting. Look at him. He's flirting with me right now. And we're flirting with disaster today, guys. We really need the giving. Let's get the giving. Welcome back.
I'm just over here monitoring my usage here.
You guys wonder what Creed does during the show? There you go.
That's right. I'm looking at my.
He's checking his blood pressure during the show, his blood sugar.
Some of these have been so long, I could actually go take a piss and come back.
Or in the bail order, no contact in any way, shape, or form with John Cannon. Okay? You cannot go back and live there if he's living there. If you need to go back and get your stuff, you got to work with the the sheriff's office to be escorted over there. You can go and get your stuff and live somewhere else. Okay. You do have someplace else to go.
Yes.
Okay. That's an absolute requirement. Do you understand that?
Yes.
Okay. I want you to keep your job, but I just think you're in a dangerous position right now, and I can't let you out for free. All right. Good luck, ma'am.
Judge, did you say bondable or cash only?
Bondable. It was cash only. I'm going to change it to bondable. All the
Okay.
other conditions,
Stay the
enhanced
same.
supervision, no alcohol or drugs, obey all laws, are all still in place, and the
Great.
legal defender's already been granted on the case.
Sounds good. Thank
Oh,
you.
damn it, it's case
Uh-huh.
fault.
Next is Jason Bowman, 23 CR 14361. Hello, Mr. Bowman.
Oh,
You're here on a trespassing. I also set your bail at $250 bondable.
Me
You
too.
understand all of that?
yes.
Okay. So let me see here.
Pat, we're in good company.
Ms. Yowell, city's position.
Thank you, Your Honor. The concern the city has here is there is a prior failure to appear. So it's about getting him to court. Looks like he's been in the area for about 10 years. No fixed address. Reports being disabled. Supported by SSD.
Who?
And it looks like there might actually be some separate charges.
He's got a 500 cash only agreement.
Karen G, ladies and gentlemen,
That's
thank
the
you.
warrant, correct?
And the G is for giving.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay.
I showed up to the wrong court on that.
All right, and we'll deal with that in just a sec here. And I think I already looked this up when I was setting bail on this, but I want to double check.
Sorry, I can't get over Sammy being related to Stan Hansen. That's huge to me. I would do anything to.
So let me just ask you, maybe you can help me. Mr. Bowman, what was the warrant was for a failure to appear for court, correct?
Yes, I showed up to the wrong court.
Showed up for the wrong court. Do you remember what the charge was?
It was not the same. It was camping at
Camping. Okay. And then did you fail to show up for community court? Is that what happened?
Yes, it was. I've showed up to Sparks Municipal Court, and it was at the Reno Municipal Court.
Okay. Let me just double check that. Because I thought I remember seeing that it was a warrant from Judge Hazlett Stevens.
Fun fact: Stan Hansen was basically legally blind, and he would wrestle.
Judge Draculich, it looks like there was.
Is that what it is?
Judge
There was an
Dracula.
FTA in August for community court.
Thank you.
Then the
He
case-
was a legally blind wrestler.
Yeah, he was real stiff. So when he would wrestle, like sometimes, like he couldn't see you until he's right up on you,
Yeah.
and that's sometimes that lariat he would use would hit guys kind of awkwardly and things like that because he couldn't really see you. And he'd stick his hands out to see you, where you are. That's how he poked Vader, Big Van Vader, in the eye and nearly pulled his eyeball out.
That, ladies and gentlemen, was your Wednesday wrestling report brought to you by
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was in
Yeah.
Japan, by the
came
way.
back to Department 1, and then there was an FTA again.
Okay. Thank you for being quicker than me. All right, Mr. Bowman.
That's what she said.
I think it's in everybody's best interest. We're going to keep you in on the $250 bondable.
Judge Dracula.
Again, I hate to talk about your life like this because I know 2 days in jail really sucks, but it will put you in a position to hopefully get this matter resolved on Monday. Clear it so you don't owe anybody any money or any community service and be able to walk out a free man. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Good luck, sir. All right. Last one is Latrell Atkins, 23 CR 14360.
God,
this was
don't
a
be
charge.
wheezing like that there, Knox Jr. Jesus Christ, you're gonna pass out. Jim, thank you.
That was a great. What a great eulogy. You just
Right. Heather, you can just send us a message on Discord.
Yes. Yes, absolutely. I need your address, Creed. There's like 3 people want your address. Y'all didn't know it's Creed's secretary, by the way.
Thanks for all you do.
Of domestic battery, allegation of a second. Give me just a sec to pull this up.
There was a time when
I set bail at 5.
Knox was wheezing so much that he fell forward. He passed out, fell forward into I think it was
plasma TV.
Yeah, it was like a 32-inch plasma TV that he fell into, and it knocked over everything in the studio, and broke. And
everybody thought he was dead.
It was bad. It was all. We have a clip somewhere. It lives on.
It all happened in front of I think a girl that was coming out trying to sell stuff door to door.
Selling magazines, because they had come through my neck of the woods, and we had read and talked about the fact that a lot of these younger magazine sellers are really big, like partiers. Like most of them are like right in their early 20s.
Mm-hmm.
And it was almost like a cult like thing. It just party all night and travel the streets, the mean streets of the South, trying to sell magazines.
$1,000 cash only on this matter. Where am I?
Sorry, come on in, sit down. Don't kick over my drink when you walk by. That dude ain't lifted his head once, by the way.
Too sweet. I saw it.
Yeah.
You just wrote
Okay.
meet and greet. I didn't.
So-
I'm sorry, I didn't put it up. I had no idea what you're talking about. Oh, an NC meet and greet.
Oh, that would be really easy.
That would be very for either of us.
We'd have to just pick a middle way point.
Raleigh, Durham, I believe.
Yeah, we just go to Raleigh and do it.
So defendant had a BAC of 0.383. It looks like at his arrest. Been in Reno Sparks for a couple of months. Has a fixed address, but only for about a month.
Thanks, Dal.
As you know, it's a domestic.
You in
second.
relation to Mike?
Super serious. Looks like also trying to read this. It's kind of hard to read, but it says if he's released, he does not have an alternate place to reside other than with the alleged victim. He is interested in substance abuse treatment. He has 2 active out of jurisdiction post sentence warrants for similar charges. So
how are you not dead at that point?
5,000 cash is absolutely appropriate to
This guy. Piece of
ensure
work.
the victim's safety and the safety of the community. The city would request that it remain.
All right, Mr. Puentes.
Your Honor, the interesting facts. This was my client and his mother and his brother fighting with another group, and then infighting. I think the crazy alcohol level had a lot to do with his behavior. He's not able to come up with the 5,000 interim bail. He told me he thinks he could make 1,000 cash only. We're hopeful that he'll consider that request.
All right.
One more thing.
Is this guy even alive right now? I mean,
Lower this,
0.383.
whatever you decide to do. I would also be requesting that any bail condition include, of course, no contact and a scram or an OSM device. Thank you.
Thank you. All right, Mr. Atkins. So how old are you?
23.
12.
Look up at me. I can't hear you.
23.
23. Okay. So living with your mom and your brother at the Ponderosa
Steakhouse?
for a couple of months.
Oh, I did meatballs at the Pondo. Other than the Pondo Purge, the Ponderosa Purge afterwards, I did make a joke. I said I want to have Christmas breakfast at one of the fine Orlando area's Ponderosa, where that still actually is in business. I don't know if I want to ruin my Christmas though.
Down here like 3 weeks ago or so
Okay. Did you move here from Elko?
from Oahe, Nevada.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay. What are you doing out there in Reno?
Well, my little brother's father just passed away, and so that's how come they came here.
That's a shame.
Yeah.
Jim, we're trying to figure out if $25 a day at the Airbnb that we're staying at is worth it for the heated pool. I'm not sure if we use it that much.
What, are they going to cut the heater off?
They just
If you
don't turn
don't
it
know.
on. It's very, very expensive to heat a pool. So they just don't, they only turn it on or off, whether you pay 25 or 30, 35 bucks, something like that a day. I don't know if it's worth it. Yeah. I'd like a Bonanza. Ponderosa is its own thing. It's like the same thing.
I didn't have nothing to do in Hawaii besides.
Me too.
Well, I wasn't really doing anything. I wasn't working wise or anything, and so I came down here. Within a few days, I got a job working for ABC Supply. But since we're all kind of homeless and whatnot, we don't have a car or truck. It kind of it got hard to get.
You
there
as well,
in a
too,
car,
sweet.
And so I only worked one day, and then I couldn't make it to work anymore.
So
the wings were good.
So are you basically stuck here in Reno, or is it your plan to stay here long term?
Well, it was my plan to stay here long term, but I didn't know that. Well, I didn't know that it was going to be this hard to be here.
Yeah.
Like job wise and not having no stable place to stay and all that.
Yeah. Well, Mr. Atkins, I feel for you, and I can certainly appreciate that it's hard to make it here in Reno. Rents are really high, and I'm guessing, I have no experience whatsoever, but I'm guessing that trying to live out of a motel room and get to and from work without a good working car is extremely difficult, and I feel bad for you. But let me tell you that getting to the point where you're at a 383 blood alcohol level is not going to make any of those problems any easier to deal with. And it's going to end up where you get into fights and end up in jail.
I'm pretty sure I could win a fight with a guy.
And that's my
alcohol
worry,
that high.
is that if you get out, you're going
I'll
to
be
be
like
in the same hopeless situation you're in, and you're going to end up behaving the same way. So, Mr. Atkins, I think that the 5,000 cash only is appropriate. We've got a 2021 domestic battery. We've got an allegation of a lady with a golf ball sized knot on her head. We've got you with a pretty iffy place to live, and it sounds like a severe alcohol problem. So 5,000 cash only. I wish you the best of success. If you're having trouble, if you're withdrawing from alcohol and you're feeling sick, let the jail staff up there know, and they'll help you out. Okay.
Is he an alcoholic? Is that what he's basically saying?
That's everyone, right?
That's a possibility.
Okay.
He likes his drink.
Thank you all for working on a Saturday.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank
All
you.
right, see you this
Today's Wednesday, though.
All cause of warrant your detention and arrest, Ms. Sully, and public defender has been assigned to represent you in this
Sounded
case.
like that didn't happen.
On the NPRA for domestic battery and other related charges.
This lady?
Mr. Sullivan, are you requesting a bail hearing?
Yes, Your Honor. Thank you.
Ms. Casso, go ahead.
Your Honor, based on the defendant's limited criminal history and the underlying facts of the case, the state's not going to object to an OR release with DAS supervision with check-ins.
How about no contact?
Yes, Your Honor. We would also seek a no contact. We tried to reach out to the victim, but we weren't able to make that contact. But we would at this time ask for a no contact order.
All right, Mr. Sullivan, any objection?
No objection, Your Honor. Thank you.
I thank you, Ms. Galley. That means you'll be released today if you're not being held on any other warrants or hold. And at your release, you'll be checking with DAS either then or within 24 hours of your release. I want you to check in with DAS. You can do it there at jail. It's conditioned your release on, first of all, you're making all court appearances. The next one will be for August 10th. August 10th at 9 o'clock for an arraignment. Wait, she'll be out of custody. So.
It'll be August 10th.
Oh, God, yeah. I get it. Pinky Brewster, right?
Arraignment. If a complaint is filed by then, make sure you make that court appearance.
She looks harmless, though, doesn't she?
You're to have no contact with the victim in this case unless the victim requests to lift the order and a court orders that it be lifted. You're
She's out there beating up people.
No direct or indirect contact with the victim until we find out what the victim's concerns are.
Oh, you guys are right. Look right there on her neck, Green.
Checking with the
Yes.
as they indicated, and you'll be checking.
That's on a shirt, right? That's not on her actual neck.
Determined by them.
It's a large undershirt, I believe, that they have on.
She could definitely go in with a medium. She's got the build.
What did Roxette say that one time? She's got the what?
Look.
The L on her.
It's got the
These conditions, Ms. Kelly?
Yes, is that in person or on the phone?
Your Honor, is it in-person check-ins with DAS or?
My God, her voice is deep.
It's up to DAS. DAS will determine that.
And I believe Ms. Golly, she's concerned just because
Good
she
golly.
currently lives in San Francisco.
Well, there's a couple ways we can do that. You can check in with wherever you live in California. If they have an alternative sentencing agency where you live, say Sacramento, San Francisco, the big cities will have it. They can contact with our DAS here, set up the arrangements for you to contact. You can check in with them, and then they forward any violations or any information to Washoe County DAS. That's one possible.
Yeah. This is my impersonation of that lady when she spoke to her attorney.
Can you ask him if I can get OR bond?
It kind of sounds like it, right? I will say this. If she does have the voice of a man, but the face of an angel. I'll give her that. For sure. Oh, and I'll give you a quick thing.
See, we can monitor it in real time now.
Hey, yeah, beautiful hair.
So we know. And
like it's going to happen. We can see it coming like it's an earthquake.
I just clicked on the Ponderosa website over here, and that's why it took us down this time. Trying to see if it's still open.
Damn it.
There's not many locations. I knew there was one in Orlando or the Kissimmee area. I was wondering if it was still there. I think they had 4 at one time.
Why? Goodness.
Hey, yeah, beautiful hair.
It's a woman.
It's a worman.
Jail.
Goodness.
As a matter of fact, I'm going to go ahead and order that. I'm going to order that she check in with DAS before she leaves the jail. Set up arrangements for such a compact, if possible, where you live. If it's not possible, you or DAS can contact the court, or your attorney will contact the court, and we'll have a hearing to determine if we're going to let you off the DAS supervision altogether. Do you understand?
Yes, Your Honor. Thank you.
And if DAS can agree, if our DAS here agrees to do it by email or phone or text, since there's no testing being required, then that's another possibility that I will agree to.
Thank you.
Yes. And I
All
believe
right, thank you.
our DAS does do Zoom check-ins and phone check-ins, so they should be able to accommodate that.
I agree. Thank you. Zoom is fine too. Thank you. Any electronic means. Good luck, Miss Golly. We'll see you August 10th.
Good.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Good golly, Miss Marley. Let's see how long that shirt was. Oh my God. It was a dress. She could have took her pants off.
Yeah, Defendant Hale was heard yesterday, but we moved over today. I don't recall exactly why. It must have been his request, I believe. And this is an ad book. I don't have an NPRA on this case. Are you requesting a bail hearing this morning, Mr. Sullivan?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, I'll start with Ms. Casa. Do you have an NPRA result?
Yes, Your Honor. We did have the NPRA from a prior case. He was an 11 on the NPRA.
11, that's good. That's good.
The state's going to be seeking bail in the amount of $50,000 with no 10% cash
50?
option. It's not mandated by
5-0?
Yes.
All right, go ahead.
Get me a Christmas present, Chris.
Based on, I believe it's a category C. It's not that no 10% is not mandated by the court administrative order. The state is requesting that based on the.
Whoa, man, that's
he is up in there. If we listen close enough, his voice is nowhere like the lady's voice. His voice is like,
hey, you better ask this judge if I can get the hell out of here. $50,000. Man, who do you think I am? Get me out of here now. I'll shiv you.
I'll suck yo.
Case. The defendant was actually on probation for pandering.
He really wasn't asking anything. He just leaned over and said,
he was on probation for pandering. He was just sentenced
pandering
2022.
My grandpa Andy used to smoke
out of our second judicial district court. Part of his sentence was to do some jail time prior to his release. He did that jail time. He was released, and then he absconded basically from probation. He's
a pimp.
And had a probation violation prior to this being ad booked, and he was just revoked on that probation on July 20th of last week. So he's now facing 24 to 60 months in prison for that case. In addition to that, he has a 2018 possession of a controlled substance for sale conviction out of our Second Judicial District Court. 2016, he has a felon addict possession of a firearm with a gang enhancement out of Stockton, California. And then 2014, he has a robbery out of Stockton, California with multiple parole violations. Again, the egregiousness of this case, not only the underlying facts of the pandering itself, but the fact that he was on probation for pandering, conducting some of these phone calls with the victim while he was incarcerated. So the defendant is a danger to our community, the victim in this case. And so for those reasons, we believe the $50,000 is appropriate.
So is that all he was trying to do, is get a hooker?
I don't know if he was trying to get one, but I don't think he was trying to get a hooker. No, I think he was trying to get people to become hookers.
No,
like a recruiter.
Okay, all right.
You know,
so that
he worked for a larger firm.
If that
like,
was
look,
the case, then I can understand the $50K. But if you're just out, driving by the Circle K,
yeah, it's harmless.
And back up just a minute. The phone calls were from prison in June of this year.
From jail, yes. Some of them.
From our jail. And then he was released on the 20th.
it ain't easy out here.
July.
Well, so I'm sorry, Judge. So in between there, he was actually arrested on when he got released from jail for the pandering conviction, and he was supposed to be on probation. He was absconding. He committed a trafficking and controlled substance case. He was arrested on that. Our office reviewed that case and decided at this time there wasn't enough to go forward. We asked for further investigation. It was while he was in custody for that trafficking case that some of these phone calls happened. He then was released.
He made pandering phone calls?
I'm sorry. Yes, no issued. And then he went before the Second Judicial District Court and was revoked on his probation based on the absconding once he was released from jail. Hopefully that makes sense.
So he's going to prison on the revocation.
Yes.
Got it. All right, go ahead.
Already going to prison for one thing. Why not cover the
Yeah,
others?
unfortunately, Mr. Hill was revoked. He confirmed in CR 22-1757 he was recently revoked, and he will have to go serve a 2 to 5 year sentence in the Nevada Department of Corrections. He's asking this court to consider $1,000 cash or $10,000 bondable. Unfortunately, I don't have a lot in the way of mitigation evidence. I don't have any references, no employment. He was staying at a hotel. But in light of the fact that he's going to be serving a 2 to 5 year sentence, he's asking the court to consider $1,000 cash or $10,000 bondable. Thank you. I'll submit.
Thank you, Ms. Sullivan. Sir,
My God, I hope Jacob the carpetbagger is okay. He was just there the other day on Clifton Hill, one of my favorite spots. That ain't good.
Golly. Thank you for letting us know that. Wow, I hope there's no one hurt.
Let's hope that was an accident.
Yeah,
Well, I
not
won't do
intentional.
that, because you're going to go to prison. Even if I OR'd you, you're going directly to prison. So it's silly for me to let you out of jail at all.
I'm going to jail.
10% cash being allotted. It is allowed for Mr. Hale. So my findings are that there was clear and convincing evidence he is a danger to the community. I also find the least restrictive means to assure that he'll show up for court appearances, and so we don't have to bring him back from prison, and so that he's safe in the community, is a heavy bail, a high bail. I'm going to make it $75,000 bondable or 10% cash with conditions.
Heavy bail.
I even need to list conditions because he'd have to go to prison before he could ever be OR'd or released on a $75,000 bail. So I'm going to go ahead and just say conditions are that he check in with DAS at least daily.
Man, that's troublesome.
How dare you?
That's right. Quit your pandering. Make money the old-fashioned way. Go door to door.
$2 cash.
I mean, that's what I would do if I had to. Cree, are you about done?
We're waiting.
I guess we're going to have a drink.
Isn't happy hour anytime?
That's what I say. Ah, there he is. I knew he'd come back, kids. Told you Daddy'd be home after putting up that pack of smokes.
They've just been over here whispering a little bit.
He's like, man, you got to get me out.
I
Thank you, Your Honor.
got to go.
Got to go.
Casa.
Yes, Your Honor, we would ask for a no contact order with the victim of the pandering.
So there was a woman. See, I told you. He
No,
had a stable, a lady.
On the next case. Thank you, Mr. Hill.
He don't look like your typical pimp, does he?
His pimp ain't strong. Let's just leave it at that. It ain't strong. Wow, what a fun day today was.
Well, it's
learned all kinds of
less
stuff.
fun. Where's the volume thing on this?
Hot it up, dude.
How annoying.
We got did you share the audio, Creed? While Creed's doing that, I'll say this. I learned that Stan Hansen doesn't like trans people. And we're very anti that. We've got friends and family. If anybody, you let Stan Hansen's family know they can come here.
In Canada and Western New York are shut down in both directions until further notice after an incident involving a vehicle attempting to enter the U.S. Here is what we know right now. According to Niagara Falls Police, the incident involving that vehicle occurred at the Rainbow Bridge. Our photographer is on the scene, and they can see there is major damage to 2 checkpoints. New York Governor Kathy Hochul posted on X saying she has been briefed on the incident. They are closely monitoring the situation. State agencies are also on site. Now, here is video sent into our newsroom from a viewer. You can see heavy smoke and
Beautiful day there.
firefighters on the scene there. We've also heard reports there was some kind of explosion.
That's where they pull you into secondary.
Breaking news story. We do have crews on scene, and we'll have live team coverage coming up today on News 4, 5, and 6.
Well, that's everything was okay with that. Somebody trying to come in from Canada. I've tried to warn everybody. Don't worry about what's going on in Mexico. Worry about what's going on in Canada.
No. That would have been
crazy.
That would have been going into Canada.
Oh, I thought you said trying to get into America. Well, then.
Pretty sure that was into Canada. I could be wrong, but
either way, that's terrible.
Yeah.
Hope everybody's okay.
Is that what it's come down to for Thanksgiving?
What a time to do it, right?
Catch with the old Shaggy defense. That's it. The extra Gravies Express. I didn't say that right. Gravies Express. Kelly with the gifts. Thank you. Triple H, Mayor, Shelly, Wonder Twin Double D's, Karen G, and Jim. Thank you guys so much. Appreciate you. That doesn't really make sense because unless the video is completely wrong, because we were looking at all New York State signs. So they might.
Well, they can't get on the other side. They're in the United States. But you think you're gonna let them go over there and shoot from the other way?
That's why I was thinking it's the other way around.
Come on in.
Come on in. You need a good
There's been an explosion, but you get over here with your camera.
Yeah, right.
Come on in. Woof. Let's again, hoping everybody is okay with that whole situation. That's that's terrible.
That's not cool at all. Damn. Anyways, well, see you guys at 405 East Wild Woman Wednesday.
We got 3 amazing. One where a lady asks, I'm gonna go ahead and spoil it, but it sounds so much better coming from her lips. She's asking a female officer, "Hey, you ever been tased into cooter?"
Nice.
So you got that to look forward to. You guys do us a huge favor. Make sure you like the video if you haven't done so already. Subscribe wherever you're watching. We would really greatly appreciate it. Take some time and watch some old videos, by the way.
Yeah, it's a holiday. You got time to.
Got nothing but time. Yeah, like you got to get up and cook or something.
Couple of real quick things, too, adding to that. We'll be back also at 5:30 East on We Got a Case channel, right? Yes, for members only. few more days left to get in on the Secret Santa. Go to our Discord and go to the that little part that says Secret Santa on there. You can get in on that. Nobody's gonna hear to see any of your information or anything. It's all done through a what do you call that, on a wish list on Amazon? Right?
Yeah, on wish list. Yeah.
And the other thing is too, if you're bored tomorrow, we're gonna have some things for you on the channel. So
6 brand new episodes going up tomorrow, starting at 1 p.m. Eastern time, one every hour on the hour until all 6 are played. You do the math. Stay safe, stay hard, stay tuned. Math was not my strong suit. I failed grade 3. Yeah, nothing like a good
Punch her in the cooter. I don't give a damn.
Yeah, there you go. You know, one of Stan Hansen's kids was a Major League Baseball player.